Ladies and gentlemen, you are now entering the Toy Soldier Outpost.
Welcome back to the Toy Soldier Outpost. So today we're featuring these three characters I came up with.
Wow.
For the honor, the legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers. It's going to be more history based than anything. So I hope you're ready for that. But I'm a member of a lot of these G.I. Joe groups, and I posted these guys, and I had a couple of guys post their pics, and they had much better detailed uniforms than I do. But to me, these guys look more like the Buffalo Soldiers because they weren't really, they pretty much wore what they could get, I think. But we're going to go into a little history of it. And I just threw these guys together with stuff that I had. I didn't go out and buy specific things just for this video, so I guess shame on me. But anyway, the Buffalo Soldiers here were historic African American regiments created by Congress in 1866. Famous for their nickname given by Native American tribes and distinguished by their service as early national park protectors. Excuse me while I take a drink. So what one guy told me in the group was he heard that they skinned buffaloes and made coats out of the buffalo skins, and that's how they got the name the Buffalo Soldiers. I don't know how true any of that is. It's just something some guy told me on one of the G.I. Joe groups. But they were created by Congress, formed on September 21st of 1866 with the creation of the 9th and 10th Cavalry and the 24th and 25th Infantry Regiments. So that's pretty interesting. In here it says the origin of the nickname, named by Native American tribes like the Comanche and Cheyenne, who respected their fierce fighting spirit or saw a likeness between their dark curly hair and the buffalo's mane. A white man probably couldn't get away with saying that. So I just wanted to show you my buffalo. This was a character that my mother-in-law had, and I picked it up when she passed. So that's how I got that buffalo. And then the western duties of these guys stationed across the American West to protect settlers, build infrastructures, and escort mail and map the frontier. High combat engagement. Notice most of them are strapped with shotguns, even in the pictures. The high combat engagement participated in more than 170 documented military engagements during the Indian Wars. Medal of Honor recipients, around 30 Buffalo Soldiers, earned the Medal of Honor for extraordinary bravery during their years of service. And then this guy here, it's an original vintage head, but I got him on a vintage Atomic Mike body because I didn't have a body for him. But he's got the Marks shotgun from Johnny Marks. See if we can get him to stand back up. His legs are kind of wonky. exemplary discipline, maintained some of the lowest discretion in court-martial rates in the entire U.S. Army. I don't know what that has to do with it. Guess I'd have to look into that a little more. Early National Park Rangers served as early stewards of Yosemite and Sequoia National Parks between 1891 and 1913, combating poachers and timber thieves. So I guess they were to stop those thieves from poaching and heisting timber. And here we just got one of these reproduction African American G.I. Joes. And he's got the Johnny Marks cap on too, which they did wear those caps, what I'm seeing in the pictures. Let's see if we can get, oh, their legs are not that sturdy anymore. And then lastly, Captain Charles Young, a prominent early black West Point graduate who led troops and served as the first African American National Park superintendent. See if we can get our buffalo in the shot a little better. Then international developments fought in Cuba during the Spanish-American War, including San Juan Hill, and later served in the Philippines and the 1916 Mexican campaign against Pancho Villa. How about that? Take a sip of water. And then our last but not least figure is this character here who also has a Johnny Mark shotgun. And he's on a Max Steel body. And this is just one of those Cotswold collectible head sculpts that I flocked. Pretty skillful with that shaker bottle flock, I do say. And he's got the Confederate hat also. But these uniforms are pretty close to looking how the pictures looked. Like I said, most of these groups are real, I don't know, some of them are pretty much jerks that think you're getting paid to do this stuff. This is just a hobby for me, but I won't rant about that. But I hope you enjoyed this little history lesson about the Buffalo Soldiers, something that's rarely talked about. Just look out for more videos. We got a lot of videos coming. I got a lot of stuff stored up from past 2 years I've been down. But if you would, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to the channel. Maybe one day I can get monetized and buy the appropriate things that I need. But until then, I'm just enjoying the hobby. But until the next video, me and the Buffalo Soldiers are out.